All right, well, hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. We are so glad that you have decided to join in on our Christmas Made Simple. It's the no drama, no planning, just show up, and it's wonderful Christmas with Sycamore Creek. We are super excited today to have with us Nikki Frazier from Sweet Encounters Bakery. I've heard from so many people, even there's been chatter in the room here tonight about how there have been all these Pinterest fails when it comes to gingerbread houses, and Nikki has created kits that are fail-safe kits for you and your family to, no drama, no planning, just show up and you're gonna have a simple, awesome gingerbread house tonight. Nikki, why don't you come on over here?
Yes.
And we've been working with you on lots of different things, buying lots of cupcakes and all kinds of stuff. Tell us a little bit about your business, about Sweet Encounters, and what do you do and what's it all about?
Yes, so I own Sweet Encounter Bakery, and I started because of my two little kids, who aren't that little anymore. They're 10 and 8, Malia and Madison. So they both have food allergies, and I was trying to figure out how can I make sure that my kids have a cupcake when they go to birthday parties. And then it turned into how can I make sure all kids have some treats when they go to birthday parties, or have their own birthday party for that matter. So that's kind of how the business was birthed. I am now located downtown in a pop-up store right across from the peanut shop. So come visit me downtown on South Washington Street.
So if somebody didn't get one of these kits, we handed out tons of them for
a lot
free.
of them, yeah.
But I still had some people coming in, they're like, is there still a kit? Is there available? And we just ran out of them.
Yes.
But you're going to have some available this weekend, is that right?
Yes.
At your pop-up store?
Yes. We will have some available. You can also order them online, sweetencounterbakery.com, and you click on order, and you can actually order some gingerbread houses that way. We also have a really cool gingerbread house making class in partnership with the Meyer City Market. That's on the 19th. So if you like doing this and you can tell all your friends, they can come and do it with us on the 19th.
That's great. So if you didn't get a free kit, you can go down and pick up a paid one, and you can follow along in the video.
Yes.
On your own time.
That's right. Sure.
All right. Are you ready to take us there?
I am ready.
Okay. Well, hey, friends, in the comments section, give it up for Nikki Frazier.
Woo! Thank you. All right. So I am so excited to do gingerbread houses. Now, I've done this class a couple times pre-COVID, so I'm excited that this is the first time I've been able to do it since COVID has gather with everyone, I should say, and do it together since COVID has joined our world. And I want to tell you guys it's going to be really fun. Don't stress out. I always tell everyone that. I've done these classes, and at the end of the day, everybody ends up having a nice house. So hopefully it's going to be the same doing it virtual. So this is also the first time doing it virtual, which is kind of cool. So, I don't know if you know, but gingerbread houses came about in Germany. So, interesting. So, I'll tell you some cool facts as we go along the way. So, pull out your items. I'm using this beautiful Christmas tray, but you all should have some nice boards like this, some gold boards. Those are the cake boards. You should have your candies. Yes. Thank you for doing that. Now, these two larger pieces, these pieces are actually your roof. And we're not going to do the roof right now, so put that to the side. Then you should have your gingerbread people. So, you know, your girl, your boy, 2 boys, 2 girls, whoever you want them to be. They'll be my girls because I have 2 daughters, so I'm making my 2 little girls. All right, and then we should have 2 squares, and then we should have these 2 like Pac-Man looking pieces. I mean, I'm probably dating myself with Pac-Man, but anyway, so these pieces are actually for the chimney, all 4 of those. We're going to put those to the side too. And then we have our windows, which are the sides of the house. We're going to put those to the side. I know you're like, if we put everything to the side. Yes, just for a second here. And then you should have, I actually did not, because I kind of took the scraps of everything. So I don't have like the decorative, may you demo that one for me, please? The decorative front of the house. Yeah, see that? So everyone should have one of those and then just the plain one. Mines are both plain, but that's okay because, you know, I'm just doing this to show you all how to do it. So you guys have the good stuff at home. Okay, so this is going to be our foundation. Now, we are going to use royal icing, which is really like glue. It really is. So, do you like, you know, you glue things together, right? I'm sure, right? And I'm sure you guys glue things together, right? So this is literally like glue. It really is. It will make something stick and it'll start to harden after a little bit. So basically, air is the enemy of royal icing, meaning that air makes it really hard. So not an enemy, maybe it's actually a friend because then it does its job. So that's what this does. Now, what we need to do first is we're going to just kind of massage it a bit because sometimes with the royal icing, it kind of starts to separate a little bit. So we're just going to give it a nice squeeze, give it a little love. Yeah, just give it a little, yeah, there you go, give it a little love. That's all. We're just going to love on it for just a little bit, just so that we can make sure it's okay, so it can do what it needs to do. All right. So after we kind of love on it a little bit, you guys love on it at home, you know. Everybody needs a little bit of love, right? Squeezes are good. Squeezes are good.
Will this stick your fingers together?
You know, maybe for a second, but not for forever. So it's not like super glue, thank goodness, because super glue, ooh, don't do that at home. But, but it will make your fingers stick together just a little bit. So, okay, so we're going to massage that a bit, and then I want you to clip the top. Now, we're going to make a really, really small clip, because the thing is that you can always make the hole bigger, but can you make the hole smaller? Nope, you can't make it smaller. So if you cut a really big hole, then you're stuck with the big hole. So let's make it small at first, and then we will adjust as necessary, okay? So I'm just going to take a little small piece off. You don't want it too small, but you want it to be not a really big hole. So this is mine coming out. If you guys can see how that's coming out, that's a nice little steady stream there. And you can see it's really tacky, but once it starts to harden, it hits that air, it's going to be nice and hard. Now, what we're going to do, if you get, let me make sure everybody's getting theirs clipped. We got ours clipped. We're doing a good job with the clipping. Yes. So everybody take your time. I'm going to, you know, pause here and there just because I want everyone to, like, you know, we're not going to stress. No stress. Okay? So let's see.
We got it.
All right, we got it? Okay. We got it? We got some coming out?
These are like
Okay,
the
so let's stick
quietest
to my
kids
throat.
I've
Maybe a
ever heard.
little bit bigger. You see
Like
how
this,
mine is
Mommy.
probably like
Very focused.
just an,
Yeah.
yeah.
Will it stick to my throat?
No, it won't stick to your throat. Actually, you know what? I mean, you can eat it because basically what's in here is powdered sugar,
Okay.
right? And I mean, who doesn't like
So
sugar?
So it'll stick to the food in my tummy.
Nah, not really. Because by the time it starts to get into your tummy, you have all these liquids in your body, and it's going to break it down. Because also, liquid is kind of the enemy too. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So by the way, if you can, just grab a cup of a little bit of water. We'll use that potentially later. It kind of helps to thin out the royal icing if you need it to. So I still have like this on my hand, but I'm going to keep it on my hand, so I'm going to use it in a moment. But yeah, you can try it if you want to. I was going to say it has powdered sugar, vanilla extract, so a little bit of flavoring, and there is meringue powder, which is basically like egg whites, but it's a powder, so it's not going to make you sick if you use like raw egg, you know, so it's not like raw, it's like powder, so it's fine. But that meringue, which is basically egg whites, is really what helps to harden the royal icing, okay? So, and water, we gotta have water in there too. The more water, the looser it is, the less water, the firmer it is. So this is pretty firm, I didn't put as much water in this one. All right, but we want it firm because we want it to be like glue. And it's going to look like snow. So it's going to it's like decorating your house with snow around it and like snow sleeping out the sides of it. That's what it's going to look like. So we're going to take the front of our house right now, everyone, and you are going to pipe a nice amount of your royal icing. Now, I mean, no, you don't need too much now because we want to have enough to decorate our house on the bottom, just like that. Yep, we're going to go right across, just like that. Okay, just like that. And you're probably going to need just a little bit more at some point. But you see how I have a nice thick coating, okay? And then you can actually, now we're going to have partners here. So I'm glad everyone has some friends and moms and siblings to help each other, because we have to help each other. Because that's the thing about making a gingerbread house, is that you have to partner up, right? But that's the great thing about, you know, life in Christ, is that we have friends and family who we can live life with, right?
Amen.
So this is where we're going to just stick it on our board, And look at that. Do you see how mine is already starting to stand up? Just with that, right? So now, I mean, you know, if the wind blows, it's gonna fall over. But at least we know right now that it's at least. Oh, you need a little bit more. Did you see how I had a really nice amount?
So like
Yes, that looks good. Yeah, let's put some more and make sure you get it from edge to edge. That's our foundation, exactly. And the Bible talks about having a firm foundation, right? So firm foundation in Christ. All right.
Hold it up for me. Is it good?
Yes, that looks good.
Mine came
Oh, it came off. Okay, so thank you. I'm going to show this. So if it starts to come off, then we have to make sure that we push it back down like this. So I'm glad that this happened so we can show people because some might have someone at home. Twist it again and then tie it back. And you're going to say, well, Miss Nikki, why are we doing that? Because guess what? It's called, you know, I guess what the law of force. So if you are if you're pressing, it wants to go out this way, it wants to go out that way. But do we want it to go out this way? No, we want it to only go out that way. So when we go like this and twist it tight, then it only hopefully will go out this way and not back up that way. So I want to make sure we keep it nice and tight and keep that on there, okay? So good job.
All right. Part of our trick is we've got kind of rounded edges.
Yep, and it's okay. Just put a little bit. So if you have rounded edges, because I made these from scratch, then you just put a little bit more of goo right where you need it. That's the beautiful thing about, yeah, well I call it goo, but I guess it's not really goo. Goo.
Is it ready for eating it?
Not right now, we're decorating.
We're going to look at this house. All right.
Okay. Oh, look, yours is kind of standing a bit. Okay. All right. So you might need a little bit more. Let's see, because that doesn't look like that's very much royal icing. So I think you just need some more, honey. That's all.
Need to cut it a little more. Oh, there we go. See, professional.
Ooh, look at that. You just need some more. That's all. Sometimes you just need a little bit more. Now hold that like that.
We had an explosion.
Let's see. Oh, we had an explosion. Okay, so let's make sure that's okay.
Some more icing.
All right.
Oh,
So
he's
guess
eating
what?
on the other side. He eats the explosion.
If we
Yes,
have, if we get a knife or a spoon, we can use some of that. We don't want to. We don't want to waste it.
Get some more. You want me to
We can
cut that
even
a
use
little
our
wider
fingers
for
if you don't mind. I wash my
I'm not
hands.
standing up.
Why don't we,
But look
it
at that.
helps to cut a little
This
wider.
actually makes it kind of fun.
Okay.
And if it's okay with your mom, you can always lick your fingers. I'll let my kids just have fun with it because I mean life is too short, right?
Exactly.
So
Oh,
now
do you need more?
hold it like that. Oh, look at that!
That face.
Woohoo!
That's quite
Woohoo! Woohoo! Okay.
That's not working for me.
Here, let's see.
This will be ours. You don't need to spread it. Can you get it on that
It's
corner
okay.
where it's rounded over
Oh,
there?
wait.
You don't want to spread it. You want
Here,
it to
just
be
a second.
thick so that it'll stay up.
Whoa. Spilled right there.
It's okay.
Our counter's about to get messy.
Yeah, she's.
And if it doesn't stay, that is okay, because guess what? You're going to create some more part of it. So now you're going to take, so have your mom hold this. That's why we have a partner. Okay, so hold that. And then what we're going to do, so if yours doesn't stay up like some of ours are staying up, that is okay. Because we'll have someone holding it. And then we're going to take one of our ones with the window, because you see the little square with the little window. It's a window. So we're going to just do like we did with the front, and we're going to put some royal icing right there. Get a nice gob of it right there.
Nice flat.
Okay? And you want to put some on the side because you're going to want to connect it to your house. Okay? All right. It's okay. Once you add the, and you just have someone help you hold,
Nice and thick. Okay.
and I would hold this for like at least 10 seconds. Right? And then if it doesn't stay up, it's okay. Just have someone hold it because the royal icing will eventually do its job, which is to stick. Okay? It'll eventually do its job.
No, not
See?
the side. Oh, yep, she did. say
Right?
that.
So it's just eventually it'll do its job. I'm going to come over here and help
That might be
you.
the wrong side though.
You're like, ooh, I like the
Yeah,
royal
we
icing.
want
Okay,
the
good.
nose
Why don't
on
you
the
hold that for me,
outside.
sweetie? Hold that one up. Just hold it up like that. Yep, you hold it.
Oh, you're gonna do this one.
And
Oh,
I'm
you are
going
so
to
clever.
squeeze. Oh, see, it's coming. Yours is coming together. It's sticking.
All right. Kept
Mine
falling.
is
That's just
sticking.
a little concerned for a second.
Yep.
Good.
Don't be concerned. See, that's the thing, because sometimes, fear gets the best of us, right?
Yes.
And then it starts to take over. And so, don't be afraid. Just trust the process. It's a process. You gotta trust the process. Okay, so now we're gonna just hold this, just like that for a few seconds. Good job. Yours looks really good. Okay.
Mine is
All right.
standing.
See, there you go. Now yours is staying. Now let's look at your. Oh, look. Oh. Good job. You guys got this.
Good job, Sam.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Let's do.
We got our
I love it.
special
I
success
love it.
wave, the success.
I love it. That's our
Yeah.
success move. I love it. Okay. All right.
You did perfect.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm talking about her.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
and
She
so
did
did
perfect.
Miss-
Oh,
Miss
not
Nikki
me.
did.
Not
She
me.
did awesome.
I didn't see
Everyone
you.
did.
Oh, you didn't see me. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Okay, so now we're gonna put the back on. So now you guys are seeing the back of my house because this is the front part. So we're gonna put that right along our foundation. And then this time, one of the things I neglected to do, but you can still do it, just do it very gently, is we're gonna put some on the other end of our window piece. Okay, and the reason why is we want it to stick to the back of our house. So now we're gonna just put that together and we're gonna hold it again for at least 10 seconds. Now, if your pieces are not firmly flat on your board, it's okay. Put a little bit of royal icing right around the crease. Okay? Because again, this is like snow, right? It's like we're creating snow. We're making snow. Make it snow. You like that. You like that royal icing, huh? Some people actually don't like royal icing because it doesn't have that much flavor. It's not like butter.
I love it.
You
Like-
love it?
It's like a buttercream.
Of course
It's
she
not like, yeah, I was
does.
gonna say it's not like buttercream frosting
Ooh,
where
frosting.
you got that butter in there.
Sorry,
And
hold it too high.
can't go wrong with
Put
butter.
a little more right there.
I don't know about you, but I like butter.
You love butter too. Big
I
butter
love
fan.
peanut butter.
You like peanut butter? Well, you know what? There's peanut butter frosting too.
Nikki, does the icing have dairy in it?
There's no dairy in it at all. And there's no dairy in the house either. That's a good question, but yes, but there is egg because of the meringue powder. So there is technically egg in there. So if you have an egg allergy, do not eat that. The house itself does not have egg, but there is egg in the royal icing. Okay? All right, so you see now you guys' houses are looking good, looking good. I like it, looking good. Okay, so now we're gonna take our other window, and you see mine only has like one little thing because I had my assistant helping me, and when she first started off, she just, one window. That's okay, because this is mine, and it's okay. So yours should have 2 windows. All right, so we're going to put some icing on one end, on the other end, and on the very bottom. Okay, so 3 sides should have it. Okay, there we go.
That's hard.
I know, puppy.
And if you want, if it's really hard, you can make your hole just a little bit bigger. Now this one you have to be careful when you put it in. You know why? Because all the other pieces are there, and you don't want them to collapse. So you just have to be very careful as you're sticking it into its spot. And then we're just gonna.
The master.
Very careful.
The master flaws.
The master made a
All right.
That's
Let's
okay.
copy her.
No, don't copy me. Don't copy me. And I'm like, how did this piece go? Let me see. That's okay. I'm like, how did this piece come on here? Okay. Oh, like this.
Do you want me to hold that?
Nope, I got it. Guess what? This is the fun part. Like sometimes people, you might say, "Oh my gosh, it broke," but guess what? That was funny and it was fun. My 8-year-old, she would get a little emotional about this, and I would have to tell her, Madison, it's just a gingerbread house. We're having fun, right? It's still. The great thing is
It
that
fell
we
over,
have.
but it didn't crack.
Yep. The great thing is that we have glue.
Well, it's not really glue.
Well, I was gonna say
It is.
you didn't let me
Edible
finish. I was gonna say we have edible glue. You didn't let me finish.
Edible glue.
We have edible glue,
Edible glue.
and it's still working. Now, the last thing you want to do is just go back around the edges of your house and put a little snow, because I don't know about you, but I mean, we live in Michigan, so around this time of the year, we get snow. So,
I wish mine already had snow.
This is
Yeah.
so incredibly
so let's
cute.
put a little bit of snow there.
It's so cute.
Aww.
The shape is so darling. It
Good
almost looks a
job.
little bit like a church right now.
I can't.
Yeah.
It will fit.
Oh, here, let me
We're gonna
help.
move
Let me
it.
help you with yours.
I just moved Jude.
Okay. You just have to we just have to
You gotta
move it just a
squeeze.
little.
You gotta
It's okay.
squeeze from here, sweetheart, or else it's gonna push back.
There you go.
Look, it looks like there's a big
Okay.
snow
And
storm.
so now we gotta
Yours
let
is
it.
the
Yeah, we
part
gotta let it
that's
rest for a little bit.
Come on.
Put some in that crease.
I'm just about to do
Up
the.
here.
Ah.
Okay. All right. So let's just let it do its job for a little bit. We have to let this kind of set for a little bit so it can start to dry, at least 10 minutes, because think about this. Think about that pressure I just put on that and it fell apart. But if you try to put this heavy piece on top without it having a firm foundation, it's going to collapse. And we don't want it to collapse. So we're going to just let it set and do its job for a little bit.
And then we
Is that
can
okay?
eat all this stuff.
Well, we're going to decorate with it, but you know what? You can eat a little bit if it's okay with your mom and dad. Now,
All right.
just be careful when you take out these peppermints, because we're going to decorate with those in just a moment. I'll show you. It's ideas. I mean, you can decorate however you want, okay? Because this is your house.
Oh no.
I'll just give you suggestions on things that you can do, okay? All right, so I'm going to move mine over this way so you guys can kind of see what I'm about to do. I'll move this too. I'm going to grab my gingerbread people, okay? And because I have girls, and so they're like, Mommy, we want to have gingerbread girls. We actually read a story about gingerbread girl. We got from the library one year. It was actually kind of cute too. Cute little story. All right, so this is what we can do with your gingerbreads. So you can do a lot of really cool things. Like we can give the gingerbread like a little scarf. We can do like little buttons. And if you do buttons, you can use some of your little sprinkles to make like the button, or you can take one of your Skittles and you can make it, I mean the Skittles are bigger, but you can make buttons with the Skittles. So you can, oh, you made it some hair. I was going to say you can give it some hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how just going right across the neckline, you can create a scarf, okay? So I'm just going to go right across this neckline here, and I'm going to just create a little scarf. Okay, and then you're going to have the scarf kind of going down a little bit.
It's a very jolly
So you see how I kind of have that little scarf going? Now, if you very jolly. Now, depending on how, if your royal icing is a little thick like mine, some of you guys is thinner, you can just take a little. Oh, okay. Thank you. You can just literally take a little bit of water with your hand and kind of dab it and smooth it out so that it's nice and smooth, just like that. Okay. And then if we want to give it like, oh yeah, see, y'all don't need my help. You guys are on top of this. I was gonna say you can also give it some little shoes, which some of you guys are doing over here, which I love. Just literally just go across and just give it a little outline. And again, if you need to, you can always use a little water in your finger to kind of just get it how you want it, right? Get a little bit of air. Give it some little. Okay. All right. All right. I hear some chomping. That means you guys are enjoying that candy.
Another button.
All right. Nothing wrong with the candy. Now you can give yourselves some little dots for the buttons.
He does need some buttons.
Yes. Every gingerbread person needs a little bit of buttons. So I'm going to use. Okay. Cool. So I have these little snowflakes here, and I'm going to use those.
Yeah, that's what I was doing too.
Oh, cool. That's my little buttons.
Oh, this is hardened. It was on the table and it hardened.
Yeah, see, it starts to harden. That's right. Because that air hits it and it starts to dry. And so what you can do is you can give it a little bit of, give it some eyes, because, I mean, everybody needs some eyes, right?
I like you got some big.
And you can give it a little smile.
Gumdrop.
Little smile for the gingerbread person.
Skittle
Look at the
buttons.
little smile. Yay! Now, if you have, I don't have any, but if you have any like toothpicks, so what I would do with my little smile is I would take a toothpick and kind of just go around it just so that the smile, you know, you kind of fix the smile. I'm fixing it with my fingers, but if you had a toothpick, you could very easily give it a nice half smile there.
That is super.
So, yeah, look at that. And if, look, what'd you say?
Skis.
Oh, you can give them some skis. There you go.
Drop spear or something.
There you go. Hey, a gumdrop spear. That's a good idea. Now, oh, that looks good. Nice job. You can also fill the whole thing in. So if you wanted to,
Very jolly.
you literally can just take and go around the parameter, right, of your gingerbread person. And yeah, that's kind of what you did. And then if you want, you can actually fill it in. So you just kind of keep going back around with your royal icing. And you fill it in.
That's what I'm
And like I said, some of you guys because it depends on when you got it. Sometimes it gets a little loose over time. This is just freshly made. But you just take your finger and you just get a little bit of water. And you just kind of make sure it all comes together. And then you have a nice little snowy gingerbread man or woman. It's nice and snowy. They decided to roll around in the snow. That's what I'm going to say. Mine decided to roll around in the snow. Yeah, I wanted to make a snow angel. Right? I wanted to make a snow angel. So you can do that. Oh, nice. That looks good. And if you do that, then you can start to give it some little, like maybe I'll use my silver for the eyes. I'll give it some eyes.
Would you like me to help you?
Yeah, but
It wants a little bit of eyes.
I'm gonna make his hands orange because he has like gloves on.
Oh, yeah. See? I love the creativity.
Orange gloves.
Like me. I have orange gloves.
Yeah. And we'll put our little buttons on here.
What if he's like holding the snowball?
he's gonna have sprinkles on him.
It's going to have, oh, and then you know what? That's another thing you can. Give them some sprinkles.
You can.
That's a
I can
good
make a coat
idea.
out of sprinkles.
You can take some of those sprinkles and just sprinkle it on. I love it. That's a great idea. Just have some fun with the little
If you're done with that,
with
if you
the
think they
little
look great how they are, you don't
gingerbread
have to do anything.
man.
You can take a break.
And I literally
Right?
did
You
not
can't
have
catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
Nobody cares. Can I do something with the house?
Yeah.
I need
So
some
we're just a
You gotta
second.
sticks.
We're gonna get to the house in just a second. But
Oh,
I just love that. I know I didn't keep track of time, but I will go around and start looking
We
at
have a
everybody's
madman. We have a
and just kind
madman
of
here.
seeing.
There's a madman.
That looks
I
pretty
think-
good.
We have a madman.
Okay. Yeah. You guys, this look pretty thorough.
The gingerbread bowl.
Now, what we can also do before we move on to the house, I know everybody wants to get to the house, but remember, if you don't have a firm foundation, everything you build will just collapse, okay? So, it's worth the time. So what we're gonna do, since you guys did a great job of decorating your gingerbread people, is we're gonna take our 4 pieces, right? So our 2 squares and our 2 pack. Okay. So we're going to take those, and we can actually start to build our chimney, because this is a chimney. So my kids said initially, like, Mommy, why does it look like this? Because when we put the roof together like this kind of goes like this on the chimney, and then the square piece goes on the side. So we are going to just go ahead and build our chimney and put it to the side. Okay, so let's just put on both sides of your square, opposite sides of the square, put a little bit of your royal icing.
Where's your square?
And then you're going to take your chimney piece, your little Pac-Man piece, and we're going to put it like that. Now, you can put it down. You don't have to hold it. I was just kind of showing you all. And then we can just make it. And again, when it's time to use it, we can put it all together.
So I just go like this.
Oh, I'm sorry. You actually
I
wanted
see
to
that?
go. Yeah, I'm actually you want to put it on the inside, not on the outside.
I wonder if you could
So
turn it
let me
completely
fix it
upside
for you.
down.
You want to put it on the inside like that. Make a L. Then take your other piece and make a L. And then you have kind of like,
Nice job,
Oh, I
Sammy.
didn't do that.
okay? And then take this piece and we're going to put it on the outside. Okay. All right. So there's my little piece so far, my little chimney. And we can adjust it as we go along, but I'm just trying to give us a little something to do to buy time. I usually would do this later on, but I figure we'll buy a little time. Yeah, yours looks good. Just make sure you just lay it flat, or actually if you turn it, yep, there you go. Where the pointy sides are up, it'll help for it to just kind of solidify.
I think this is a snowman.
Yeah, it's like a snowman. You've like totally transformed it. There you go. Okay. All right. So now what I like to do is I'm going to tell you guys a couple of tips as we're decorating. So I usually use my knit for the wreath. So I'm going to show your beautiful house here, if it's okay.
Yep.
And you see how it has a little circle. So when you see people's houses, sometimes they have a wreath on the door, but sometimes people have really big houses. They'll have wreaths like up on the windows or, all types of cool places. So that little circle you can use, there's my knit. Yeah, you can use it and put it right there. So you can literally just take a little bit and just stick it right there, but make sure you're very gentle because remember, our glue hasn't completely set yet. Right? So we're just going to take just a dab, and I would probably hold the back of it a little bit and just stick it right where you want it on the front of your house.
I don't
And
really
so,
know what.
there's mine, just like that.
I'm just spreading icing on the house.
Oh, yeah, and if you want to put it
And then
on,
just
and then you're going to put it, that's fine. You do it how you want.
I'm done.
Now, what I also like to do with these, and can I borrow your house this time? I like to put them as kind of like topiaries, like where you can have like little decorative, but they're like actually candy canes. But you can put one here and one here if you want, like on the sides of your house to kind of like put a little decoration. You can do it however you want, but that's one of the things that I like to do with that. I think it looks cute. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So you can just put some all along the back of one of the sides and then just stick it to the house. You want.
Next thing we know, we're eating the other one.
And you're eating the other one.
Where do you want to put it?
So, or you can make it a torch or somebody, what does he say, a sword or a torch or something like that? A spear, okay, you can make it a spear. Oh, you know what, you can put the gingerbread right on top. That's a good idea, I like that. So let's
Look
try
what I
that.
did.
Oh, I like it. So let's see, you have yours. I'll hold it for you. Oh, see, it's sticking now.
Oh,
Ah,
that.
see,
Oh,
creative. Yes, very nice. I love the creativity. Okay, so
The Gingerbread Bully. That would be a good book.
Or you can just put it.
Yeah.
So- this is what I did. So it's kind of like, maybe they're like your porch lights or something, right? This kind of looks like, right? Kind of looks like if you had like some really tall, like beautiful porch lights or something. I don't know.
That's cute.
Yeah, that looks cute. Okay. I like that. That's cute. Okay, so now here comes the challenging part where we're really going to have to work together. Okay? Now,
I'm decorating a little bit of my house.
oh yeah, you can decorate the sides of your house, but we're going to start putting the roof on. Okay? Now this can get a little, but it's okay because I'm going to show you what to do. Okay? So I might need maybe Sarah or somebody to come and help me because sometimes I need a little help. Okay? So I just like to just kind of smear a lot of my icing all over the place.
I'm kind of running out.
You're kind of running out?
No, well.
It's okay. Well, you know what? You can share with me. You can share with other people. That's the beauty, we can share.
I think I'll make it.
Yeah. You hopefully you will. All right. So then we're going to put some along here and here. Okay, so I have some on this side and some on this side. So if you can just hold my little roof on that side, I'm going to start building the one on the other side. So get someone to hold it for you right there. Thank you. And then I'm going to put some more icing going this way, some more going that way.
I have
I'm gonna put a lot on this side, and a lot on this side,
Okay, there's more here than you think.
and we're going to stick it together. Now, this is where you're gonna have to get someone to hold it for a few moments, because we're also gonna put some here, right there in the crack, because when it snows, sometimes it gets in the crack.
Oh,
Okay? All right. Yes. All right. So thank you, Sarah. I think I can hold it now, but thank you. I appreciate it. So this is how we're holding it, and we're just going to keep holding it for just a little bit.
nice job, Sam.
You can take turns if you want.
And now the other.
Okay. Good job. Oh, good. Yeah, it's coming together.
Is that good?
So this is the front of my house now. So I'm going to let this set right here, and I'm going to see if I can come. Would you like a little help? Yours is looking good. Okay, so then let's take and put a little bit. I'm gonna put some of mine on your other sides, okay? All right, and then we're gonna stick it together.
See the grace with which she goes across.
Oh.
Complete confidence.
Yes, you have to have some confidence. Okay, so now can you hold this little piece like this? Just hold it. Yep, hold it nice and tight, okay? As you eat candy with the other hand. Hey, listen, candy is the most important part of this process, okay? Do not deny him of his candy, okay? Let's not do that. There you go. Yep, you got it. Put some straight down the middle. Perfect. Yep, you gotta fill in the gaps. It's kind of like cock, you know, if you've ever like had to put that in like little crevices. Okay. Yep. So just keep. There you go. Now, mind you all, don't like breathe too hard. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how this is coming. Like, for a second, let's see.
Can you put?
Okay, it's not doing too bad. All right, let's see.
Nice job, Sammy.
Yep, just gotta keep holding it for a second.
Okay. Can you do the short sides?
Oh, you're gonna start to decorate the roof. You might
okay.
want to wait just
Yep.
a little bit so that it hardens up nice and good.
There you
go.
Are you snacking? Or are you building? Or are we both?
Okay.
We're doing a little of everything tonight.
You're like, hey, we're doing it all.
I'm decorating.
Oh, that's looking nice. Good
so
job.
we're gonna see
All right, so
some
how's
photos
his
later.
coming? Does it feel?
Let
me see.
For me,
I
okay?
can't get up under there.
Well, you might not have to go in there. Oh, just put some right there in that little crevice is probably. There you go. That's perfect.
I'm hiding down here.
Okay, I can give you some more. You can do some of mine.
You
Just
could
trying to
squeeze
this
up
up.
through here.
Yep, here. How about I take yours? You can have some of mine, because this is, for me, I can use a lot of this. A lot of this can go a long way. Here, you can take some of mine.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There you go.
I did try not to eat it.
All right, so now this is looking nice. And so as you can see, everyone's starting to decorate theirs. Oh, I like how you're doing your roof. Oh, do you need some help? Here, let me help you. That's okay. Yep, so what we can do, if it's starting to come out of the other end, just push this one back down. And if it starts to keep coming out, it's okay. Just push that part down and then just retwist it. Right? And when you retwist it, now look at that.
In the end,
There.
we eat it.
Thank you. Yep, once we yes. And so we're going to put this up like this.
Oh.
Okay, can you hold it, sweetie?
Go ahead and get your knock it down.
Okay, yep, go ahead and get yourself a drink there. I know, I tell you, sometimes I get a little parched. There we go.
The sugar.
Yes.
Right here, bud.
Okay. Yeah, see? That's coming together
I saw
beautifully.
Isla just put it right in.
Beautiful. That looks good. So just hold that for a second. Now, what we're going to do next
We're gonna decorate still.
is we're going to decorate still. Yeah. So I'm going to take mine and I'm going to do kind of like a crisscross design. So because, I don't know, it's kind of cool. And so then I'm going to take my pieces and I'm going to go across.
Look at how she's getting all kinds of icing out of that paint we abandoned.
It's okay.
It's amazing.
It's okay.
All right. Well, your turn.
So I'm gonna do a couple different designs to show you all. So this is one, and we're gonna go back the other way, and I'm just going to do.
Oh, make it
The crack in the front of yours
Uh-huh.
and the way you glued it back together reminds me of like there's a Japanese art of
Yes.
pottery that when it's broken, then they put it back together and make it like something, a new creation.
That is true. Amen.
I
And
can't remember what
I
that's
use
called.
that. I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna borrow this for a second. And I've used that analogy when I've talked about things before, because that's the thing. Sometimes we want to throw away the broken pieces, but you don't have to throw them away. You know, you can put them back together and make a whole new masterpiece. And it's okay to have broken things. I mean, you know, we live in a
Things
broken
break.
world. All right.
Things break.
So they do.
Yeah.
Things break. So you can take your Skittles and you can just put, you know, if you want to create a design, this is just an option, right? And then you literally see how I'm doing here, and I'm just putting them on all of the kind of crisscross spots.
Whoa.
The spots
What
where
do you got going on
the two lines
I'm just
intersect.
gonna do a straight line.
So I'm putting mine on the two lines that intersect. Now, another idea, which is kind of similar, okay, is that you can do like a little scallop. So if you want it, you can take from this end, and when you scallop, it's like up and down like this, right? So you can do a scallop look,
I think I can fix this.
okay? And you see how mine kind of just didn't want to do what it wanted to do? That's okay, you just take it and say, nope, you go back right there. So we can do like a scallop.
It's ready to read. I know it's what?
So you can just do a nice scallop.
Oh, that's a doorknob? That's a good idea.
Okay, so that's another design that you can do. So you guys can make it your own, however you like. I love how you're getting creative. You can put some gumdrops at the top if you want. We all have like some.
Who's making a doorknob? I don't have very many gumdrops.
Yeah, we had, maybe you, I think we gave like 4 each, but you can put like.
I had 3.
Oh,
I think
somebody might have ate it. I don't
maybe
know.
after
Sorry.
she ate one.
So I have 1 here, 2 there. I mean, you know, you can do it however you like. But you should have plenty of Skittles to be able to decorate your roof however you want to decorate it.
Besides
I
me.
ate most of them.
Well, if you ate most of them, then you probably don't have enough. But
I
if
have
you
one.
save
More than me.
some, then you should have enough.
Yeah, I saved them.
You saved a few.
We have some things in the
A
pantry if people
few.
are wanting to get.
Yeah, and if you guys have candy at home, pull out that Halloween candy. Yep. And you can, yep, chocolate chips, M&Ms. You can decorate with all of that. If you guys, we don't do peanuts in our house and stuff because our kids have nut allergies. But if you have nuts, you can decorate with raisins. You can decorate with a lot of things. And some people may even have some extra sprinkles at home. Pull out those sprinkles. Yes.
Right.
Man, you did a doorknob.
Oh, I like the doorknob idea. That's really clever.
did it with gumdrop.
Yeah, I like the
did it with a
doorknob
Skittle
idea.
because I had no more gumdrops left.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Daddy ate my last one.
Uh-oh.
Parent tax.
Uh-oh.
Yes, daddy tax.
Yep, daddy
Daddy
tax.
tax.
Yes, that's so cute.
What about mommy
Yeah,
tax?
I need a
There should be a mommy
Right
tax.
I know, I'm sorry. I was like,
No, you're fine.
thank you. No, I'm washing my hands.
No problem.
There should be a mommy tax. People should have equal rights.
There is a mommy tax, you just don't see me eating your food.
Mommy tax happens after bedtime. As a mommy treat.
Oh wow.
If you've ever counted your Halloween candy, you might recognize that some
All
taxes have
right.
been
Sorry
collected
about that. I
when
had to
you
blow my
weren't
nose.
paying attention.
Okay, wash my hands. Okay, so
I need a GoPro.
if you go on this side, you can also, you know, decorate with some of your Skittles, however you want.
I remember what I was
What do you think?
You can do different colors. My kids sometimes like to do patterns.
Be super careful. You want me
So
to
if
do
you want to do a pattern, you can do a pattern.
What do you think?
I think I'm done.
You're done? Okay. Well, good. So this is pretty painless, right? Does everybody think it was pretty painless? What do you think?
Beautiful. Look
Isn't
at
there-
this.
You can definitely do this again without me. Trust me.
There's a,
Oh, yes. Thank you. I forgot about the chimney. Thank you. Keep me on my toes over
Wait.
here.
that's Micah's.
Yes,
Hey,
we have to
don't
make
stop
sure we
playing
put our
with my
chimney
chimney.
on. Because what's a house without the chimney, right? You gotta have a chimney.
Very smoky.
Because,
Oh, and I bet
Yeah.
you put your people on there somewhere too. don't
okay,
you?
so now remember, see this has kind of like the peak right here with your roof. So this is the part where this goes. So, let's see, this is the front of my house. So we put
I'm
it
putting
right.
glue in it.
Yep, you can put a little bit more of your glue. That's right, a little bit more of your glue. All right.
Of your so-called glue.
Your so-called glue. That's right. Your so-called glue.
First time
I
I've ever
like
used
that.
that phrase.
Well, there's always a first time for everything.
All right, you want to get
All right, there's my little chimney. Now, if you want your chimney in the back of the house, the middle, the front of the house, guess what? You can have it however you like because
I
it
actually
just
quite
needs to
like it in the
as long
front of
as
the
you just
house.
keep setting for a
What
little
I
bit.
did with my glue.
Oh, I like it. Nice
Can we make
job.
modern roofs and just have some gumdrops coming out of the top?
Okay. Now, if you want to do some other things, like you can actually put your gingerbread people. May I borrow some of your glue? But you can take your gingerbread people and you can actually stand them up if you wanted to. Okay, this is the front of my house.
Look at that.
You can have them stand up by your house. Hey, how are you today? You doing all right? This is my house. I live here. Yeah, just hold it steady for a little bit and then the glue will do its job.
It has done its job.
It has done
I'm
its
just
job.
gonna have them sit
Indeed
there
it
leaning
has.
on the house.
You're gonna have them just lean on the house. Well, that's okay too. You can lean on the house.
Nothing on the back.
I'm gonna put a little bit more down here, just because I want it to. I want it to stay up. I think it'll stay up. If I hold it for a second, it'll probably stay up. Now you can also. There's plenty of sprinkles left. So guess what? You can do some sprinkles.
No, I'm gonna fill the chimney with sprinkles.
Oh, fill the chimney with sprinkles. Or you know what else you can do? Let me see. If somebody doesn't mind, would you like? You can create like a little gravel stone, like in front of your house. Want to try that? Okay. So let me move yours. Can you just scoot that for me a little bit? Thank you. All
I
right.
want my house.
So what we're gonna do is we're
The
just gonna
chimney
put
is
a
filling
little
up.
bit of kind of like a pavement, right? Right in front of your house.
Better chimney than mine.
And then I'm gonna take some of these Skittles out.
Lean it up against it.
Do you mind if I eat all those Skittles?
You want my Skittles? Oh no! Okay,
I
And
want your
then-
Skittles.
we're gonna create.
Oh,
that's so
cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
You could use those as snow.
You sure could. Yeah. Look at that. So it's kind of like the little walkway to your house, right?
I
Nice
am
and
filling
pretty.
up the chimney and it is almost filled.
Uh-oh.
Whenever
All right, we're gonna work on your house a little
And when
bit.
I
'cause
eat
it's
this,
looking
it's
like it
gonna be
wants to
delicious.
cave, but we're not gonna let it.
I do.
know.
It's okay. We're not gonna let it.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just
why
gonna
you
do.
just add more glue.
There.
That's the key. We're gonna put some
Yeah.
glue. Oh no! Guess what?
Down goes the
No!
Oh, no. The rest of the house.
That's okay. Guess what?
Wow.
I am here to fix it for you.
Our teacher.
You have
Step
the
number one,
professional here to help
We're
you.
going to just put this like this and let this glue back together because that's the thing that broke apart. And then we're just gonna put a little more glue. We're not gonna stress.
Isla, what a trooper. Yeah.
And thank you for not stressing either because your house is gonna be pretty again. We're gonna put it back together.
Would you like something?
And that's the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
sometimes, right? Is that thank you, yes.
Yeah.
Is that sometimes we do have to put things
would you
back
like?
together, and that's what I tell.
Bro, Daddy just did a daddy tax.
Daddy just did a daddy tax.
I
And
saw
that's
it.
Turn it into the British.
This is what I tell
that's
my,
a lot
my
of
kids all the
taxation.
time because I feel like sometimes we live in a world where it's like everything has to be perfect, right? Or we think we have to do everything right, or you know, if it's not perfect, or if it's cracks on something, or you know, whatever. It's like, oh, but
Oh,
you know
no,
what? There's beauty in the broken pieces.
Beauty in
Right?
the broken
So-
pieces.
Look at that. It's coming back together. So we're going to let this set for a little bit. And we're going to let that part set for a little bit. And then we're going to put it all back together. And it's going to be okay. I love it.
Mark, that was what would have happened at Potterville if the back wall fell in.
Uh-oh.
That's true.
All right. So your beautiful
The back
house is
wall?
almost back together.
The back
We're going to
wall
just
almost
let
fell
that
in?
all set.
Yep. It almost fell in.
Now it
And
can
the most
almost
important
fall in.
thing is that we have to let this part set.
It might have.
Okay, we gotta
So we
let that
fixed
part that
Perfect.
broke apart set back.
So now, if yours
Oh,
breaks,
you've got
you
that
know
all
what
filled
to
up
do.
there. Nice.
Okay.
I added this and this.
All right.
Nice.
Good job. Yours looks really good. You guys did a great job.
I love it.
Okay. Well, I think that my job is done. I don't know how. Are we getting some comments? How are people doing? Anybody showing pictures? I don't know if we can share pictures on. Share pictures on Facebook. Let's see how your houses
Say
are coming
sheesh
together.
if you're ready.
Tell us. We want to know. We want to know.
I
Is it
see
falling
some.
apart there? Is it coming together? If it's falling apart, are you taking some of the tips to put
All
it
right.
back together?
Now that you're done.
Oh, are you sending any pictures? Or?
Yeah, there are some pictures on here that you
okay.
can see. So we would love for you to take a picture of your gingerbread house
Yeah.
and share it out on social media. Tag it SCCMI so we can see what you guys have created.
Yeah. Love it. Awesome.
And whoever has the best one gets another free Big B gift card or something like that.
Oh, yeah, probably.
There you go.
All right, Pastor Mark's going to come tell us a little bit about Christmas.
Yes. Guys, nice job on your gingerbread houses. Those look amazing.
I did it first try.
You did it first
I'm
try.
pretty sure.
This is the part where I want to hear you guys' voices. I want you to talk with me, okay? Can you guys talk with me?
Yeah.
Do you know why do we build gingerbread houses at Christmas? Any ideas?
I did use this.
Yeah.
Reminds us about our families.
It reminds us about our families. How does it do that?
Because you can make a family with it, and I think it's a big project that your family can do, and it brings your family together.
It's a big project your family can do and it brings you guys together. That's a great reason. Yeah. Jude, do you have a reason? Why do we build gingerbread houses? So that Santa can eat it. That's a great reason too. How about you, Micah? Why do we build gingerbread houses?
For some reasons we build ginger houses. Not everyone would do this, but it kind of shows us how we can rebuild among our broken pieces, and it's actually like not that hard to put back together. Like
Isla's that we're repairing.
like Isla's had to get repaired, and it still is functional. So we can repair things like physically and mentally.
Very good. I love that idea. You've been listening. Good job, Micah. Do you have any reason, Sam? Is it just because we enjoy candy? Is that a good
That's a
reason?
very good argument.
That's a good reason right there, isn't it?
That's a good reason.
Well, I want to give
Best
you
reason in the world.
another reason to build a gingerbread house around Christmas, and it comes from All Things Good, Wikipedia. So Wikipedia is the source of this wisdom that I'm about to impart on you about gingerbread and gingerbread houses. And so what I want to do is I want to tell you a little bit about ginger and about gingerbread. Now ginger is what flavors the bread in your gingerbread house, and it's really valuable because it's tasty, but it also has a property where it can preserve bread. Did you know that? That ginger helps preserve the bread?
So this is basically bread. And it can sit there for 2 million years and then be found in
I don't know about that
two,
one.
in like 2 BBC or something like that.
So today I want to tell you a Christmas legend. Do you know what a legend is?
Yes.
What's
like
a
fables
legend?
and legends.
Yeah, it's like a fable.
Yeah, like my
Oh.
really old story.
Yes, it's a really old story. Now, is it true?
It's like one of the best types of monsters in video games.
Oh
It's a
yeah!
legend? There we go. So I'm going to tell you a legend. It's a historical story, but it's not necessarily true, okay? So what I'm about to tell you is not necessarily based in facts. It's a legend. And the legend has to do with the Gospel of Matthew's account of Jesus' birth. And in that birth, there's some people who come from the east to visit Jesus bearing gifts. Do you know what those people were called? The people who brought gifts? I knew you would know, Micah.
They were very wise men.
Wise men, yes.
Possibly like kings from another country.
Yes.
I remember Daddy's sermon on it, but I can't remember the details quite.
You remember that your dad preached on it, but you have no idea what the details are.
I
That-
remember.
He always forgets
You
the
and a lot of
details.
people in our church probably.
He
Yes.
only remembers the details in his dreams.
There we go. So there's these wise men who came to Jesus bearing gifts, and do you remember what did they bring as gifts? Yeah, Isla.
Gold, myrrh, and frankincense.
Gold, myrrh, and frankincense. Very good. Do you have anything? Is there anything else that we missed?
Stuff.
They bring copper from the 13
So-
colonies.
According to our legend, according to our story, there is a fourth gift that didn't make it to Jesus. Any guesses what this fourth gift is?
Something more mental.
Something more mental. That's a good guess. I think Miss Nikki has a guess too.
Ginger, right?
Ginger.
That's the legend.
She's familiar with this legend, this
She's
this
paying
story.
attention.
She's paying attention.
I didn't know. I thought
So according to this legend, again, it might not be true. There was a wise man who didn't make the trip with the other wise men because he got sick. And so he had ginger and he was going to bring it to Jesus, but he got sick and so he wasn't able to make the trip. And so he stopped before he got to Jesus. Now, while he was sick, there was a man who took care of him, and this man was a rabbi. Do you know what a rabbi is? No ideas? Sam, what's a rabbi? Do you know?
It's like a companion.
A companion. That's a good guess. That's a good guess. Do you have another guess, Micah?
I'm pretty sure a rabbi is a religious teacher.
Yes, absolutely. A rabbi is a Jewish teacher. Very good. And this rabbi cared for this wise man who was ill and couldn't travel anymore. And the rabbi not only cared for this wise man, but he told them about the prophecies that there would be this person who would be born, King of the Jews, a Messiah. And he told this wise man, I know where that person is going to be born. Do you know where that person is going to be born? Yeah.
In Bethlehem.
In Bethlehem. Now, does anyone know what Bethlehem means? There's a couple different meanings. One of them is, yeah, do you know? No? If you don't have to know. I didn't know this. I had to look it up.
This
Yeah.
is kind of a topic for a guess, but bed for pigs.
A bed for pigs. That's a good guess.
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem. Way to go. You worked a dad joke in there.
Bed for peace.
Very good. Did you know that one of the meanings of Bethlehem is house of bread? House of bread. Did you know that? And so the rabbi would have his students make houses of bread, and they would eat them to nourish their hope of a Messiah who was to come. They would eat houses of bread. And so as this wise man is there with his ginger that he didn't get to bring to Jesus, he said, you know what you should do? You should take this ginger that I have and you should mix it into your house of bread, and you can have a gingerbread house. Now, do you think all that story is real?
No.
No, it's not all real, is it? It's not. But Bethlehem is literally a house of bread. And when we look at gingerbread houses, you can think of the house of bread where Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Yeah, Jude.
I think I know one.
Gingerbread
of the parts that was not true.
You figured out one of the parts that was not true? What part was it?
One of the wise men were sick.
One of the wise men was sick and didn't get to bring his ginger? I think you're right. We don't really know for sure about that
We were
part.
told by Nikki that gingerbread houses originated in Germany.
That's
Yes.
according to Wikipedia too.
Yep.
But you know what?
According to Wikipedia. Blah, 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 blah.
Well,
It's just
Wikipedia is
called
never wrong,
pretending.
right?
It's
Yeah.
Christian midrash.
Well, Google sometimes
And
wrong.
on that, and when they brought gingerbread houses into kind of the modern world, that was definitely after Christ, right?
Yes.
So who knows what happened during Christ's times, right?
So there's two things I want you to think of when you look at your gingerbread house. I want you to think of the house of bread where Jesus was born in Bethlehem, and I also want you to think of the wise men and the gifts that they brought to Jesus.
I know what
And I want you to think about what gift you can bring to Jesus this Christmas. Do you have any ideas of what gift you could bring? Sam had his hand up, and then Isla. Yeah. What gifts could you bring?
I like money.
Your money. That's a great gift to give to Jesus.
Well, he's
Jesus
just
would love
thinking
that.
scrappy old paper.
There you go. Isla, what gifts can you give to Jesus this Christmas?
Since he was gonna be the king, I would give him a crown.
You give him a crown. That's a great thing.
You
How
have
about you,
one?
Jude?
I was thinking maybe. This is really hard to choose.
It is really hard to choose. You're right.
I mean, it doesn't have to be something you have. I would give him.
You can keep thinking about it. How about you, Micah? What would you give to Jesus?
I would give Jesus my faith.
You'd give Jesus your faith. That's a fantastic gift.
My acceptingness. I don't know how to say that word correctly.
Acceptingness.
That's a great gift to give Jesus. Good job, guys.
I know.
Yes. You figured it out?
Yeah. Santa's beard.
You give him a
You think Jesus
That's a
already
great
has a
gift,
beard?
too. That's a great gift to give
He's trying to
too.
be funny.
Well, good job on your gingerbread houses, guys. I hope that you enjoy them. I hope you think of Jesus and where he was born, and you think of the gifts that you can give to Jesus when you look at your gingerbread houses. That is all that we have for tonight. Do you have anything else you want to add, Tom?
Don't forget to take a picture of your gingerbread house with you and your family and put it out on social media. Tag it SCCMI. We want to thank the Roushes for being here today from our
Yes,
Potterville
thank you.
campus. And of course, my boys didn't have any problem finding their way to the kitchen. Nikki, we're so grateful for you to be here with us today.
Thank you. This was super fun. Thanks
So,
for having me.
if you didn't get a free gingerbread house kit, you can
Go
pick
to my
one up.
Yeah, pick one up at my store, which is right across from the Peanut Shop on South Washington Square. Or you can also order online, sweetencounterbakery.com.
All your stuff is gluten-free.
It is. It's gluten-free. Everything is, well, this stuff is dairy-free as well. Even the candy I chose was dairy-free. There is egg, like I said, in the frosting or icing.
All right.
Nikki, do you know what the cost is of the house, the gingerbread kit from
Yes,
your store?
so my gingerbread kits retail for $35. So this year I gave a generous discount to the church, but because I have a heart for for the church, and so you can also come to one of my classes. So my class, you get the house, you get a hot chocolate station where you can enjoy a hot chocolate, and you also get me helping you do your class. Do your gingerbread house, and you get to take them home. So that's $50 for you to do that. So.
All right. We have a lot of great Christmas events coming up. This year is Christmas Made Simple. No drama, no planning, just show up and it's wonderful. We got everything from musicals at Potterville to caroling at both of our campuses to Guys in a Garage, Hot Wings Christmas, to Woldemar, spontaneous children's nativity, to candlelight Christmas services, to after it's all done, free tubing out of Birchfield Park. We hope that you will join us again. Until then, friends, Merry Christmas. Be curious, be creative, be compassionate, and peace out.
It's okay, you can have it. I don't mind.
Now we can be done.
I don't mind.
No, I can't. But
That was